I'm Caroline Wright. I'm Director General of BESA, so that's the British Educational Suppliers Association. So before we kick off, I'll just say a little bit about BESA, a little bit about our Launchpad programme. BESA has been going for about 80 years, so if you like, we're like the CBI but for education. So we do everything that you would expect a trade association to do. We help support our members, lobbying government, working with governments. We carry out research reports that talk about the education market, both in the UK and internationally, to help our companies increase their commercial revenues, but also drive up educational standards. So we've got a membership of more than 300 companies. Now, our full members have to fulfil an eligibility criteria. There's a code of conduct they follow. They have to have been going for a number of years. So they're really the trusted quality suppliers, so that actually schools can buy from them and feel confident about the quality of their services and products. A few years ago, we realised that that's great, that's absolutely what schools need, and it's a great position for a trade association to be in, but we weren't really helping the community of startups, companies that were young, didn't potentially have a financial track record that we go through and so on, and we wanted to do something to help startups find their way, get access to all of the research that we do, to have those kind of connections, export opportunities, and the chance to meet with other within the industry too. So we set up something called our Launchpad programme. We started off very small, 5 or 6 companies, and it's grown and grown. And this year, for the first time, we've really sort of joined forces with Debbie and the Bett team to work with the Bett Futures area, which has been something that's been very successful over the last few years, but we felt that there was more that we could do over the period before we get to Bett to really help work with startups, really help young companies make the best out of Bett, because I'm guessing it's probably the biggest commitment you've made in the coming year in terms of your marketing, the biggest commitment of your time. So it's a really important 4 days. So for the next 3.5 months, we've put together a programme. So you guys from the Bett Futures cohort and our existing Launchpad members, a 3.5 month long programme, really introducing you to some of the key things to get you Bett ready, to get you there, to meet each other, because actually we are a community, and I've worked in education now for more years than I actually want to talk about. And there is a real community, both within schools and both within businesses. So I'm delighted to welcome you here today as part of our community for the first time. But what will be really helpful is actually, let's demystify Bett a bit and let Debbie, the friendly face of Bett, talk you through it a little bit before we get into the programme today. So thank you and welcome. Thanks. Debbie.
So hello everyone. As you know, I'm Debbie French, and as Caroline said, I'm the Portfolio Director for Education at Essential Events. So I'm responsible for Bett, the education show, and also our new launch, Bett Academies. Now, at Bett, we believe that we can create a better future by transforming education. Our mission is to bring together people, ideas, practices, and technologies that enables educationists as well as learners to really fulfill their potential. Now, an integral part of this in recent years has been Bett Futures, which is our startup zone within Bett. Now, showcasing new innovative companies is actually how Bett started 34 years ago. And so we were delighted to kind of go back to our roots and introduce Bett Futures to Bett only 2 years ago. So for those of you who have attended Bett, how many of you attended Bett at all? Excellent. Fantastic. Brilliant. So as you know, it was really buzzy, right? It's real buzz and it's really busy, particularly that area. Why? Well, it's simple. Educationists really want to engage and interact and find new companies. But actually finding innovation isn't that easy. It really isn't. You don't have the same budgets as Microsoft and all those other huge ones. So it's not easy to find you guys, right? Which emphasises why Bett and Bett Futures is so important to the industry, because we bring you guys together. Helping companies like yourselves take those first few steps within the world of EdTech is incredibly important to us, which is why we are so delighted to be partnering with BESA's Launchpad this year, because it's a real integral step and movement towards us kind of enhancing our offering to you guys. I also just wanted to mention that when you might feel ready to start exporting, my team are here to also help you with that. whether that be through some of our Bett summits, which are now in Asia, Middle East, Mexico and Brazil, or if it is via our global showcase, which is Bett London, via, say, Trade at Bett, which is aimed at resellers and distributors, and also by our new partnership, actually, this year with DIT, which is supporting 30 UK companies to exhibit at the show and also engage with 70 international buyers.